Hey everybody, welcome back to Swiftlessons for another rock guitar tutorial. In today's session, I'll be breaking down one of those tunes that got me to pick up the guitar in the very first place. I'm talking about Nirvana's 1991 hit song, Smells Like Teen Spirit. So in this video, I'll be teaching you how to play all of the guitar parts, including the guitar solo, and I invite you to follow along with my special resources at patreon.com/swiftlessons. Now let's get started with a full demonstration of each of these parts, then I'll break them down for you one by one. Okay, a close look at the fretboard, getting started learning this main riff that you hear in the beginning of the tune and also in the chorus section. Real slow, it's going to look and sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Okay, so this is actually a simplification of the chord progression F minor, B flat minor, G sharp major, and C sharp major. And it's being played with power chords, so just the 1 and the 5 of each chord. So we have 4 chords in total: F5, B flat 5, G sharp 5, and C sharp 5. Let's get those down first. All right, so the F5, we have fret 1 and fret 3 of the E string and A string. All right, for B flat 5, just take that down 1 string to the floor. So now I've got the A string first fret and the 3rd fret of the D string. All right, making sure my pick just hits those strings alone. Alright, then we're going to do the same thing, but on the 4th fret. So, frets 4 and 6, E string and A string for G sharp 5. Bring that down to the floor, and we've got C sharp 5. Alright, so practice those chords. If you're a beginner, gotta get the dexterity and the muscle memory. Okay, with those chords mastered, let's get back into the rhythm now. One more time, let's take a listen, get it into your ear. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Okay, so we're starting off on that F5 power chord. Now, I'm going to make sure that the only 2 notes that are ringing are the notes that I'm fretting. The rest of them should be muted by the side of my index finger. Alright, this allows me to strum freely without the risk of hitting any open strings. Okay, so on this chord, I'm going to strum down, up, down. Then, with my fingers just touching the strings, kind of blanketing over the strings, that way they're all muted, I'm going to strum chicka, chicka, down, up, down, up. You put that into the mix and we have down, up, down, chicka, chicka. Alright, now switch chords to the B flat 5 chord. We're going to play down, 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 up. Hitting some open strings, which gives us some time to make it to the next chord. Okay, you put those 2 things together and we have down, up, down, chicka, chicka, down, 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 up. A little bit faster. into the G sharp 5 chord. I'm going to do the exact same thing between those two chords. So, and use the open strings once again to get myself back to the beginning of the riff. Okay, so you put all that together and we have, let's see if you can play along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, chicka, chicka, down, 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 up, down, up, down, chicka, chicka, down, 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 up. And at full speed, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep in mind, if you listen to any 2 repetitions throughout the song, you're going to find that Kurt changes up his technique. It's very, very messy, it's very wild, so don't get overly concerned with playing it perfectly. Okay, excellent work everybody. You have that main riff down. Now we're jumping into the verse section, which we're going to divide into 2 parts, verse A and verse B. Here the bass player Chris Novoselic is playing something super, super simple. Just the root notes for each of those chords. And over the first chord, Kurt is going to wait for beat number 2 to perform a very basic 2-note phrase. Okay, there's actually 2 places on the fretboard you can perform these notes, but in live performances I see him on the 5th fret G string and the 6th fret of the B string, just letting those notes ring. Okay, you can also find them on the 1st fret of the B string and high E string. Just barring those 2 notes, C and F. Okay, and the way it's going to be counted, you're going to hear Chris play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So those 2 notes over the F chord on beat 2. Alright, now one last tip. If you want to match Kurt's tone exactly, you're going to need a chorus pedal. I click mine on, and now you're really going to be able to hear that very cool, classic early 90s tone. Alright, and I'm using just a cheap $36 chorus pedal that you can get off Amazon from the company Joyo. I'll put the link in the description. Alright, so a very simple 2-note phrase, but very, very catchy. Okay, now moving into the B section of the verse, it's going to be the same 2 notes, but he's going to be moving back and forth between them continuously. Some players just play. Alright, meanwhile Kurt is singing, hello, 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 hello. Alright, that's one way you can do it, but if you listen really closely to the isolated guitar track, you can hear that very often he's playing 2 picks of the G string before going to the B string. So you can alternate and just kind of mix it up as you go. So you can play. Alright, if you're playing that over the full progression, you'll repeat it 4 times before going into the chorus, which again is just going to use that riff. Alright, that you've already learned. Alright, now you've got the main riff, you've got the verse. Let's get into this bridge section, which is going to look and sound like this. A 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Okay, so pretty simple. It starts off... Alright, that's the 1st fret of the low E string, 3rd fret of the A string, that F5 power chord. You're going to strike it twice, then take the index finger off, go back to the F5, then bring the power chord up a half step to F sharp and pluck it twice. Okay, put that together and we've got... Then to finish the measure, just grab the 3rd fret of the G string. This is really cool. We're going to bend it up real gnarly. Alright, you put that measure together, it should sound like this. right, then into the next measure, we're gonna have. All right, so that started off the exact same way. All right, but now instead of going up to F sharp, we're going to go up to the 6th fret position for B flat 5. Strike that power chord twice. All right, then bring it down a half step, and then another half step. All right, ending up on G sharp 5. So, all right, you put that measure together, it should sound like this. Put those 2 measures together and you have the full riff for the bridge section. And that'll repeat another time. All right, for that bridge section. If you can play that, then you're ready to move into the guitar solo section. Okay, jumping into the guitar solo section. Here, Kurt is basically just playing the verse melody on the guitar. All right, so the first melody that you need to learn is going to look and sound like this. Okay, so that started off on the 5th fret of the G string, 4th fret B, up to 6, and then to the 1st fret G string. That's one measure of music right there. All right, then in the next measure he's gonna play 4th fret B string, then 4 again, bending up and then releasing, before going down to 2 and 1 on the same string. So that's 2 measures of music. You put it together and we have. Alright, then in the next measure he's gonna play. Alright, so that was 2, down to 1 on the B string, 3 on the G, and then 1. Alright, so far we have. Alright, then finishing up the melody, he's gonna play 3rd fret G, 3 again, but bending up and then releasing a full step, then going down to 1 on the same string, and the open G string, letting it ring for a quarter note into the next measure. You put all that together and we have that main melody from the verse. The whole thing's gonna repeat again. Okay, from here, he's just going to play that melody that sounds like hello, 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 hello. Very, very simple. It's mostly on the G string. And he's going to repeat that 4 times. 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 3, resolving on the D string 3rd fret, that F note. Okay, so you put that last little phrase together and it should sound like this. See if you can play it with me. And putting together the entire solo, we're gonna play it really slow now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Hello, hello, hello. Congratulations, everybody. If you can play all those parts, you're ready to perform. All right, friends, thanks so much for checking out this Nirvana guitar tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. As always, big thanks to my supporters at patreon.com/Swiftlessons. Hope you're enjoying all those extra resources. And thanks to you guys, I got many more lessons coming up, so keep checking in. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia, saying happy picking.